Good morning. I hope all of you are happy and safe. Welcome back to yet another section of informatics. In our last class, we started the last module, sixth module, computer localization. Then we went through what it is localization, how we can influence the target audience. Then we also spoke about what it is internationalization, what it is globalization. All these are the main points coming under the title localization. That was the first topic. Then we went to the second topic, using computers in local languages. There we talked about what it is INTIC computing. Then we already talked about the language barriers, then how we can solve the digital divide through INTIC computing. Then INTIC computing started to work with the help of Unicode. Then we also went through the computing projects, INTIC computing projects. We can see that here there are two type of computing INTIC computing projects. One is government sector, the next one is volunteer groups. In government sector we already find it TDIL, CDAC. In the case of volunteer groups, we already met almost four methods. One is Rover, second one Bharatiya 00, third one Pinak, and fourth one Angur group. Then after that we talked about advent of Unicode inputting INTIC text. There we already found two easiest methods, that it is INSCRIPT and phonetic transliteration. Phonetic transliteration are already classified as fixed transliteration scheme based tools and dictionary based tools. So with the help of all these softwares, it is easy to collect the information from any language in the world. Okay, so today we are going to start the next topic, topic 2.1, enabling INTIC language support. So all of you please take the page number 336. Okay, are you ready with the page number 336? So we are starting with enabling INTIC language support. So all of you got the idea about INTIC languages. So how it is working in Windows 7? Okay, that is the topic which we are going to speak. Windows 7, using Microsoft INTIC language input tool. That is the tool we are going to speak. Microsoft INTIC language input tool. In short, we can call it as Microsoft ILIT. Microsoft ILIT. ILIT means INTIC language input tool. Okay. Microsoft INTIC language input tool helps you enter Indian language text. Which are the Indian language text it supports? Bengali, Gujarati, Hindi, Kannada, Malayalam, etc. So with this Microsoft we can enter Indian language text easily to any Microsoft Windows application. The primary input mechanism is transliteration. We already identified what it is transliteration, what are the two classifieds in transliteration. So you just need to type in English and it will convert into the respective language. So if you are, for example, if you are typing a text in English language and you want to convert it into Malayalam or Hindi, whatever it is, you can easily convert with the help of Microsoft INTIC language input tool. Short form is ILIT. Okay. Then additionally, it provides a visual keyboard to assist with editing words that do not transliterate properly. Any problem we meet to translate the particular text, definitely a visual keyboard it is there to assist you, help you with the editing words that do not transliterate properly. Okay, so we can easily identify with the keyboard, visual keyboard, which words do not transliterate properly. Okay, with the help of the visual keyboard. It is also there in that Microsoft Indic language input tool. Microsoft Indic language input tool is a software that can be used for working with Indian languages, like it can be used while entering data, symbol typing, filling forms and much more. It is very useful and also very easy to use. I think, well, if you understood, we are using it in mainly Windows 7, and it is a software that can be used for working with Indian languages, and we can also use it for entering data, symbol typing, filling forms and much more. Actually, it is very useful and also very easy to use. Then we are going to speak about how to use this application, Microsoft ILIT. Okay. Okay. Microsoft Indic language input tool. Then, if not already installed in your system, the desktop version for Malayalam language can be downloaded from, what is the link, http://india.com/ilit/malayalam.aspx. So through this link you can easily translate into Malayalam language. So what are the steps? Step to use Microsoft ILIT in any application such as Microsoft Word. So we can use it in the Microsoft Word. With the help of this link, you can install the Malayalam language. So what are the steps? The first step, definitely open the application. Open the application in which you would like to enter Indic text. So first of all, open the application using this link. Change the language using the language bar, which typically appears in the taskbar as allows. So when you open it, you can see the folder that they will give the instruction to which language you want to translate the particular text. Please take the page number 337. You can see the picture in that. Okay, so when we change the language, we can see that the list of language here, EN, English, short form is EN, Hindi, HI, Tamil, TA, Telugu, TE, Bengali, BN, Kannada, KD, Malayalam, MY. Did you notice that? Okay, so they will provide a list of languages, and when according to that you can select the particular language. Okay, if you want to select English, you can click on English. If you want to select Malayalam, you can click on Malayalam. Okay, so change the language using the language bar. Then the language bar will now show the current language. If you select the particular language, if it is Malayalam, it will show the current language. You can now start typing in English, and whatever you type automatically gets transliterated after a word breaking character like space, comma, etc. is entered. So definitely, for example, if you start typing in English, it started to transliterated, and at the same time it should give the word breaking character like space, comma, all these things. whatever you are entering. You can also use the visual keyboard for the typing purpose. Not that this language setting is per application. You may have to repeat the steps above for each application you want to use Microsoft ILIT. And we can see the visible keyboard, visual keyboard there. You can see the visual keyboard's picture in the page number 337. Whatever we are typing, we can see it's a visual keyboard. According to that, you can change the language, you can transliterate the text. So we are using the Microsoft what it is, ILIT. What it is the full form? Microsoft Indic Language Input Tool. Okay. Then I want to speak about how to turning on language bar. How to turning on language bar. Okay, turning on language bar. So how we can open the language bar? If you do not see the language bar in the taskbar, imagine if you fail to find out the language bar, what will we do? You can follow these steps to find out the language bar. The steps with picture, they already given here in your textbook, page number 338. Okay. So turning on language bar, the first step, click start and go to the control panel. Okay, first click start and go to the control panel. Then after that, click change keyboards or other input methods under clock, language and region. Then we can see that after start button, change keyboards or either input methods under clock, language and region. Okay, it already given here in the textbook. On the keyboards and languages tab, click change keyboards. So we can see that when we click the region and language or language and region, we can see that there are formats, location, keyboards and languages, administrative. Then from that you please select the tab keyboards and languages. When you open the keyboards and languages, you can see that change keyboards. So you please click on the change keyboards. Okay, then after that, the fourth step, on the language bar tab, select the floating on desktop option. Okay, so you can see that there. Then when we open the change keyboards, we can see the language bar tab and floating. Then you just select the floating on desktop option. It already given here in the textbook, page number 339. Okay, after select and click the change keyboards, you can see that the text, we can see the new folder, then general, language bar, advanced key settings. In that you please select language bar tab. When you click on the language bar, you can see that under the language bar you can see that floating on desktop. Then you just click on floating on desktop. It is enough. Then you can see that OK, cancel, apply. So definitely you can click on OK. Okay. Then before that you can see that there, show the language bar as transparent when inactive. So you can put it tick. Show additional language bar icons in the taskbar. Again you can tick it. Then show text labels on the language bar. Then also you can tick. So when you are tick all these three things, definitely after that you can write OK. Okay. So it will be available on the desktop. I think if you got the idea clearly, we are speaking about how to turn on the language bar if it is not in your desktop. So what are the methods? Click start and go to control panel. Then click change keyboards or other input methods under clock language and region. When you select the language and region, you can see the other on the keyboards and language tab. So you please click the keyboards and language tab. There you can see the change keyboards tab. So you please click on change keyboards. Then on the language bar tab, select the floating on desktop option. Okay. So these are the steps you should follow while you are turning on the language bar. So the Indic language input tool is not supported by Windows 8 or 8.1, but it is very important. I told you, actually we started this today's class with enabling Indic language support. Through this title we are speaking about Microsoft Indic language input tool, that it is Microsoft ILIT. Actually this Microsoft ILIT, it is not only supporting Microsoft 7. Don't forget that it is not supported Microsoft 8 or 8.1. Okay, then we can move to the next topic, that it is Google input tools on Windows. Google input tools on Windows. Okay, page number 339. What it is Google input tools on Windows? Actually Google input tools for Windows is an input method editor which allows users to enter text in any of the supported languages using a Latin English keyboard. So actually it is an input method editor. It is an input method editor and it allows users to enter text in any of the supported language using a Latin keyboard. Okay, then users can type a word the way it sounds using Latin characters, and Google input tools for Windows will convert the word into its native script. So it automatically transliterate or convert the word into the native script. Available input tools include transliteration, that it is IME. I think all of you remembered well. We already spoke about IME in our first class, input method editor. Have you remembered? When we spoke about the phonetic transliteration, I already told you we are using IME, that is input method editor. So here available input tools include transliteration, that it is IME input method editor, and it is simply refers to software that lets you type in a language of your choice and on screen keyboards. So with the help of IME, it just refers to software that lets you type in language of your screen. Okay, then Google input tools for Windows is currently available for 22 different languages. Underline that. Actually this Google input tools on Windows, it is available now. It is available for 22 different languages. Which are the languages? Okay, Amharic, Arabic, Bengali, Persian, Greek, Gujarati, Hebrew, Hindi, Kannada, Malayalam, Marathi, Nepali, Oriya, Punjabi, Russian, Sanskrit, Serbian, Sinhala, Tamil, Telugu, Tigrinya and Urdu. So Google input tools on Windows is currently available for 22 different languages. Okay, we already found it in detail which are the languages. When Google input tools is enabled for an application, it will display a status window on the screen. By default, this window will be placed at the bottom right corner of the desktop, but can drag to any other part of the screen as well. So it is easily drag. This this tool is easily dragged to the bottom right corner of the desktop. So what it is Google input tools on Windows? I think all of you understood it well. Actually, it is an input method editor, and it allows users to enter text in any of the supported language using a Latin keyboard. Okay. Google input tools for Windows will convert the word to its native script, and it is currently available for 22 different languages, and it is easy to drag at the bottom right corner of the desktop. Okay. So these are the main points relating Google input tools on Windows. Then how we can download and install this Google input tools on Windows. Okay. So to download and install, you can use these steps. On the download page, the link http://www.google.com input tools Windows index HTML. Using this link, you can download and install this software. So select the language by checking the checkbox. More than one language of input tools can be installed on the same client machine. So at a time we can install more than one languages. Check the checkbox before check the checkbox. You should read that one. I agree to the Google terms of service and privacy policy, and click download button to download installer. Then after that, run the installer after download completed and follow the instructions on screen. So when you click the download tab, definitely after when the download completed according to the instruction which is available on the screen, you can follow the instructions well. Okay. Here they already given here in page number 340 how it will be when it opened. Okay, so we can see the page clearly in the page number 340. So here we already discussed how to open Google input tools on Windows using the link. The steps we already discussed it in detail. Okay, so I think all of you understood how Google input tools on Windows. So the main points, it is available for 22 languages. Then we are going to speak about Google input tools on Chrome. Okay, how it works on Chrome. Okay, Google input tools have an extension for Chrome users that let us you type using 90 different on-screen keyboard and browse the web using your most familiar language and keyboard layout. That is the speciality of Google input tools on Chrome. Okay, there is 90 different on-screen keyboard. There we can see that there we can use the most familiar language and keyboard layout. In which keyboard and layout you are comfortable, you can select that. Okay, to start using it on Chrome, users have to install this extension and have to add languages to access their on-screen keyboard from the extensions options. So before that, definitely you should install this extension. Then only you can access their on-screen keyboard from the extension options. Okay, to use input tools Chrome extension, follow these steps. Then how we can install, download and install this one. How? Okay, there is a link to install Google input tools on Chrome. Link I already given here, https chrome.google.com. Through that, okay, first click the extension icon and select extension options. So if you please take the page number 341, you can see the picture, what will be the result when you click the extension icon. We can see that through the picture in page number 341. In the extension option page, select the input tool you want from left to right. It's already given here. There are so many languages. When you look at the page number 341, you can see that they already selected Tamil. So according to your taste, you can select the tab. Okay, then after that, double click on the left to add an input tool, double click on the right to remove a selection. If you want to select one, you can just click on the left to add an input tool. If you want to remove the selection, you just double click on the right. Okay, then if you want to select the thing, you can select it, otherwise you can remove the selection. Okay, then sort, the fifth step, sort selected input tools by clicking on an input tool on the right and clicking on and icons. So whatever you want to select, you can select it, it on the right. Okay, so you can see the picture here. To use an input tool, click on the extension icon. In the drop down menu that appears, select the desired input tool. Okay, then with an input tool turned on, the extension button becomes a full colored icon. When an input tool is off, the button is grayed out. Even when we are turned on the tool, we can easily identify because it becomes a full colored icon. When we put it off, definitely we can see that it should be turned to gray in color. Okay, so with that you can easily identify if it is active mode or passive mode. Okay, and then clicking on turn off will Google off and input tool. You can also click on the selected input tools to toggle on or off, switch from oneself. Now you have toggled on an input tool. Open a web page, move the cursor to the input box and start typing. If it doesn't work, refresh the web page. So these are the steps you should go through to install and download Google input tools on Chrome. Okay, first go to open the link, then click the extension icon, then select extension options. After that, extension options page, select the input tool you want from left to right. If you want, you can select the thing, otherwise you can remove the selection. Then sort selected input tools by clicking on an input tool on the right and clicking on an icons. So these are the steps. So the second topic is over. I think if you understood what are the main points we discussed through the second topic. Second topic was using computers in local languages. There we already identified what it is, indie computing. Indie computing works with the help of Unicode. Then they started to use so many languages. Then we also spoke about the indie computing projects. there are two projects, government sector and volunteer groups. After that, we also spoke about it in detail, the advent of Unicode inputting Indic text. What are the benefits? Yes, one is InScript, the second one is phonetic transliteration. In phonetic transliteration, we also spoke about fixed transliteration scheme based tools and also dictionary based tools. From the title itself, we can identify what are these tools. Okay. Then we move to the next subtitle, enabling Indic language support. In enabling Indic language support, we spoke about the Microsoft Indic language input tool, that it is ILIT. Actually, it is supporting only Windows 7. It is not working in Windows 8 and 8.1. Okay. Then there we already talked about how to download and install and download the Microsoft Indic language input tool. The steps we already discussed it in detail. Okay. Then after that, we also talked about how to turn on the language bar. I told you, using the textbook, you please study it, because in textbook they already given here the clear idea with the photographs. Okay. After that, we spoke about Google input tools on Windows. There they are using IME. We already found IME in detail when we spoke about transliteration. IME means input method editor. Then okay, then using Google input tools for Windows, it is available for 22 different languages. Okay. Then we also talked about how to download and install the Google input tools for Windows. Okay. Then after that, we also went through Google input tools on Chrome. We identified how to download and install Google input tools on Chrome. In Google input tools on Chrome, there is 90 different on-screen keyboard. According to our efficiency, we can select our favorite keyboard layout. Okay. Then I want to move the next topic, page number 342. It is language packs. Language packs. Okay. What it is language packs? Language packs, its short form is LP. LP is an extension that changes the language of the user interface in any application. That means it is a program enabling a user to communicate with a computer. So language pack is an extension that changes the language of the user interface in an application. So with the help of language packs, the user to communicate with a computer very easily. Okay. LP is localized scheme for localizing software in emerging or minority language markets such as Lithuanian, Serbian, Hindi, Marathi, Tamil, Malayalam and Thai. All these languages we can use through these language packs. Which are the languages? Lithuanian, Serbian, Hindi, Marathi, Tamil, Malayalam and Thai. Based on the multilingual user interface. Its short form is MUI. So all of you please study the expansion of this abbreviations, because in informatics paper university is asking the full form. Okay, so what is the full form of MUI? Yes, multilingual user interface technology. Then LIP. LIP means language interface pack. Okay, next page I think we will speak about the language interface pack. Okay, so actually this language pack is based on MUI, that it is multilingual user interface, and LIP, language interface pack. Also requires the software to have a base installed language and provides users with an approximately 80% localized user experience by translating a reduced set of user interface elements. So with the help of multilingual user interface, LP and LIP also requires the software to install the languages, and actually it provides approximately 80% localized user experience by translating a reduced set of user interface elements. Then language pack is designed for regional markets that do not have full MUI packs or fully localized version of a product. Actually LIP is using it more. LIP means language interface pack. In the case of LP, that means language packs, it is an intermediate localized solution that enable computers users to adapt their software to display many commonly used features in their native languages. In the case of LP, that means language packs, they are using computers to adapt their software to display many commonly used features in their native languages. In the case of LP, language packs are available for both Windows and Linux platforms. We can use it in Linux and also Windows and Linux platforms. So I think all of you got the idea about the third main topic, language packs. It is the extension that changes the language of the user interface in an application. Then the languages are Lithuanian, Serbian, Hindi, Marathi, Tamil, Malayalam and Thai. So we just started the third main topic, that it is language packs, and in this topic we should meet language packs in Windows 7, how it works in Windows 8 and 8.1. Then okay, these are the other subtopics relating language packs, but we just started the third topic, what it is language pack. So we will continue the rest of the topic in the next class. Okay, we will meet in the next class. Till then, take care. Thank you.